Welcome to an all-new Nerds to Men. I am Brad Reed. Well, is it all-new Cameo? Because this is take two.
Yeah, let's do. This is the second take.
All-new 2.0.
The all-new show. Second, I don't know, whatever.
Episode, or season 4, right? Episode 2.2. 2.1?
2.1.
Anyway. So yeah, I'm Brad Reed, and
I'm your boy Cameo.
Yes,
yep.
Cameo. We're doing the at-home editions still, so that's. But I listened to. Oh, I disappeared again. I listen to a lot of podcasts, and I can tell so many of them are doing it from home now. Like we were kind of on the front edge of all that by doing our setups how we had them before.
Right.
And now everybody has to do it. But I still see some people Cameo that they don't even have mics and stuff. They just get on the video and do their thing.
Right.
I love it. Because, I always say, if you want to do a podcast, you will do one. You will find a way to do one. We had to learn our ins and outs and all that. So, So, Cameo, we got a whole lot of stuff to talk about today, especially with the Mandalorian. So for the people who are listening and watching, I would say, if you haven't seen the latest episode, The Jedi, I would turn our podcast off right now and go listen. So
right.
But
not listen, watch.
Yeah, either way. There's a people. I'm sure people do both. We got the YouTube, we've got Facebook. We're also, like I say, you can listen most places. Spotify. We don't have the Joe Rogan deal on Spotify.
No,
which,
I wish. One day.
Makes me. I don't care so much that we don't have as much money as him. But the fact that we don't have any money at all, I'm like, maybe I'm like the Joker now. If you do something good, you shouldn't give it away.
Right.
Let's pull it off of Spotify, right?
Yeah.
No.
But speaking of the Joker, I finished the 3 Jokers.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
That was pretty good. That was a really good one.
And I say we should definitely do a show about that as well.
Well, we can.
Maybe not a whole show, but
I mean, here's the thing: is I'm hoping lots of people have read it already, but we might need to wait still because it's one of those things that comic books are probably like people might be waiting to go get those with their budgets and everything during this pandemic. So we'll give everybody a little bit more time on that one, or we might do another show, like you said, that's the only show we do or the only topic, and we'll break it down because it was really good. I enjoyed it. I also really enjoyed The Last Ronin.
Yes, that was amazing.
I mean, here's the deal. What was the most surprising was that The Last Ronin turned out to be you. Yeah. You were. I couldn't believe you hadn't told me that before.
I mean, I just, ever since I did that interview with Kevin Eastman, he was like,
I got an idea.
You are The Last Ronin.
Cami Angelo? What's your...
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, Camatello?
Ugh.
I like Caminardo.
I feel like
Cameo Nardo.
Camatello sounds like camel toe. I don't know. I don't know if I like that.
Yeah. I was thinking, because we're about to get into The Mandalorian, I was thinking of giving you a bad name, like a name that people will be like, ugh, I don't like that name. So, what do you think about Camelton?
Ugh.
Yeah.
No, because that still sounds like trying to say camel toe.
It does sound like that, but that's the point, right? Camelton.
No, that's not.
All right, well, whatever.
Over here trying to hurt me, man. Why you hurting me?
I'm just trying. I think I actually achieved the goal that I was trying to achieve, which was come up with a kind of name.
Cringeworthy name.
Yeah, Camelton.
that'd be the worst name ever. Watch somebody actually have that.
You should name, like, if you get another pet, you should name it Camilton. You should get a camel and name it Camilton.
I just might.
There you go.
I think I might get a camel.
Dude,
I just might.
They would eat the grass in the backyard. You would never have to mow.
But cleaning up that poop, though.
You got kids?
Yeah, they ain't gonna do all that.
Having kids means you never have to clean up the poop in the yard.
I wish that was true.
Oh yeah, you know, because it'll be like, yeah, I'll get to it, and then you'll have like a whole yard full of poo, especially in the summer when it's all ripe.
Oh, I got to tell you this.
Your neighbors hate
you. This one time when I lived at this duplex, didn't have a lawnmower, and I thought maybe the landlord would come over and cut. I was sorely mistaken. So my next door neighbor, I saw, some people mowing their lawn. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, hey, how much do you charge? And they were like, oh, well, is your yard about the same as your next door neighbor? I was like, pretty much, yeah. I mean, it is. And so I open up my back gate because the front of my house at the duplex was bare. Mm-hmm. And there was some grass, but it wasn't a lot. But my backyard, there was, patches of grass, like I want to say from the edge of the sidewalk towards the back of the gate was pretty much grass, and there's like spots here and there.
Right.
But the grass in my backyard came up to, I want to say, about almost knee height to me, not to like Shaquille O'Neal or anything, but my knee height. So
you are Shaquille's knee height.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
So anyways, I opened up the back gate and he was like, man, you need a goat. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Jen's been talking about, like, when we get to the new spot, when I don't have to do it in the makeshift studio here, which is a couple weeks from now, but that she wants to get goats for the backyard. I'm like, that's cool, because the oldest kid or the youngest kid is moving out in a couple weeks. So,
oh, nice.
Yeah, we're gonna need somebody to do it because I've gotten used to not doing it. I'll pay somebody.
I ain't mad at you.
Yeah. Hey, I mowed from the time I was a little kid to the time I was 30. I'm done. Hey,
I know. I feel you, man. I hate mowing.
Yep.
And I didn't even get my last mow in before winter started.
You just say, screw it?
Yeah.
Is it a little tall, or is it?
It's more than what I wanted it to be, but
are your neighbors complaining? Ron out there yelling at you?
No, he knows not to. He knows what's good for him.
You should have. I wonder if y'all ever have like neighborhood wars.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, that would
play pranks on people. But I will say the majority of the people in my on my block are older.
Well, that's what I mean, specifically on Ron.
Oh yeah.
So Cameo, I'm disappearing again for those watching. Cameo, you're again for those watching. You got like a little background going from. Is that from the Mandalorian, or are you like actually out somewhere exotic today?
I'm actually on set for the Mandalorian. I'm going to be in the next episode.
Nice.
Yeah. Yep.
So after you were the last Ronin, now you're.
Yeah, I'm the last Yoda.
The Mandalorian.
The Cameo Doran.
There you go, Cameo Doran. I like that one too. But it's funny because one of the episodes we're going to talk about, like starting now, because we talked about 1 and 2 the last show. So if you haven't heard that one, go check that one out on our YouTube, Spotify. We'll stay on Spotify and all the other places you can hear podcasts like Spreaker and Google. Anyway, we're going to do 3, 4, and 5. So if you haven't seen all of those, this is the time that we're going to give you a spoiler alert because we're going to spoil it right now. Right now.
Yep.
But the episode 3, me and you both didn't really care for that. I mean, it's not like we didn't care for it, but it just wasn't the most exciting of episodes.
Yeah, it was more of like a filler episode.
It did seem like a filler episode to me as well, which they didn't have too many of last season, but the one that I felt was kind of like that one was also directed by the same director as this one, which was Bryce Dallas Howard. Am I saying her name right?
Or yeah, I think you're pronouncing her first name wrong. It's Boring Dallas Howard.
Oh, my cameo. That's mean. I was about to look it up. Like, am I saying it wrong? But you're right. Like, so that.
But
episode...
she spells boring weird. I don't know why she spells it BRYCE. But
okay,
whatever.
I just want to make sure because me and my memory. I'm bad about that.
No, but yeah, you said it right. It was Bryce.
She's I've enjoyed stuff that she's been in, and I also think she's a good director. But that episode that they did in season 1 where they went to the little village and it had a cool, actually the very end of that episode was cool. Like the face off with the, ATs or whatever. That was a good, that was good. But I thought for the most part, story wise, it was just one of those filler episodes. And then this episode 3 of this one, it just didn't have the same punch that 1 and 2 did. Of season 2. So and it was all right, but I don't know. I really don't know. I think we can gloss over that one. It just wasn't. It wasn't mind blowing. But then we had episode 4, directed by Carl Weathers. Oh, my cat! My cat wants to be on the show. And you know how cats are; they do not take no for an answer.
Right.
So, yeah. Episode 4. She just scratched me on this tattoo I just got.
Oh no!
Yeah. Okay. Enough of the ruining the show, kitty.
Get away, Salem.
No, Salem's the bulldog, or was the bulldog.
Oh, which one is that one?
This is Wednesday.
Wednesday. Oh, okay. I thought the cat was named Salem.
No. The cat was named Salem on Sabrina the Teenage Witch, which I'm sure you were a big fan of.
Yeah, because,
My dog, though, she was named after Salem's Lot because I was a huge fan of that movie, book, all of it.
Okay.
But back to The Mandalorian, now that the cat has derailed the show.
Right.
Carl Weathers directed and was in it because he's playing the guy who gives The Mandalorian his directives, I guess.
Yeah.
So, or his bounties. So he was in it. And then who was the lady that Baby Yoda force choked in season 1?
Cara Dune, or her real name is Gina Carano.
Okay, because the week before she popped up in this episode, there was like some controversy or some stuff going with her where like people were wanting her fired from the show, and she hadn't shown up this season, I don't believe. But and some of it, I guess, was like right wing type stuff she was posting, or
yeah, she thinks she supposedly. I didn't really see it, and I didn't really dive into it because I was like, oh well, whatever. Like she's very anti-mask. She thinks it's a hoax. So she's one of those people, and I'm thinking a lot of people are obviously upset about it because a lot of people are dying from COVID.
Yeah.
So it's like it's not something to take lightly. But she did say something about not wearing a mask and don't believe everything you hear or something along those lines.
Yeah. I mean, and what it's one of those things where like I don't even want to get into all that. Because we're not that's not really the theme of our podcast. But I'm not so sure that do I care if she gets fired or not? No, I don't care. I don't really care if she doesn't get fired either. She's saying some stupid, in my opinion, stupid stuff.
And the thing is about her character, it's for this show. I'm not sure if Cara Dune was somebody that was mentioned in the movies, which I honestly don't think it was.
I doubt
so
it.
It was like, if they really wanted to get rid of her, they could.
Yeah.
But I honestly think since Jon Favreau is at the helm of this, I'm pretty sure he's might have had a talk to her and was like, don't say stuff like that. But I mean, you can say whatever you want, believe whatever you want, but let's not get any bad raps from for this show.
Yeah, and that's the thing. People can say whatever they want. You know what I mean? Like, it's a free country, and I don't ever want that to change. But then there are repercussions if you say something. And like, there might be people watching or listening to our show right now that are like, I don't believe in the mask and I think it's a hoax. So are you saying I'm stupid? I'm like, no, I'm not. But what I am saying is I feel like you're contributing to a problem that is something that we shouldn't be denying. We should at least be able to say it's something that's killing people that we know now, But anyway, that's also way off the Star Wars topic, except for that the very next week after all of that, she pops up. So it's almost like they were like, haha.
Well, it's kind of funny because it was kind of funny because she was like, her and Carl Weathers were like the central characters of that episode.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just like she was on this, she had a part or two. It was like she was in like almost every single scene.
Yeah. And obviously, all that stuff, like she had filmed this long before all that stuff had come out, but so she was scheduled to be on that next episode anyway, but it was just kind of weird that they were talking about her and then, there she is. And I'm sure I didn't really hear though, like, on just following Twitter and stuff. I didn't hear people that were mad about it. Maybe because it was just such a really fun and exciting episode.
It really was. I mean, it was kind of like the first movies, the first trilogy, where it was like there was some like slow points, but it was like nonstop action.
Right.
Like there was, X-Wing chases, TIE fighter chases. I mean, it was so fun. And then, in that episode, they're running away from TIE fighters and the speed bikes and stuff like that. That was pretty interesting. It kind of took me back, watching the first trilogy. So it's just like, this is what I want to see in all Star Wars movies.
It wasn't going back,
shows.
Kind of jumping back to the other episode. Wasn't there like a chase scene at the end of that one too? The Bryce Dallas Howard one. I think it was like right at the end, like kind of like that's where we're kind of same as the other one she directed in season 1, where it's like there was like a really cool scene, like a really cool sequence in it, but overall it was not like beginning to end. But like the second or this fourth episode that we're talking about, the one directed by Carl Weathers, it seemed to be more like the big action kind of, feel to it as far as Star Wars goes. So then it all sets it up. He's talking to former Mandalorians, or not former, they are Mandalorians. Different than him though, because like they take their masks off and stuff.
Yeah, I guess there's like the extremists, which is what the Mandalorian that we're following is, and then there's like the loyalists or whoever I can't remember what they're called, but yeah, so there's two different kinds of Mandalorians, and we all know that our Mandalorian, I can't remember his is it
it's Din Jin or something like that.
I don't know, I can't remember.
He's the Mandalorian.
Yeah, I just call him Mando. That's
Mando, yeah, that's what's up. Well, so speaking of just calling people things,
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay. So
I don't want to talk about it.
Ahsoka joins us in this episode. Not on this episode. That'd be cool.
Who also people are upset with. I don't know if you caught wind of that. Did you?
No, Rosario?
Yeah, there were some things that was going around to where her and her family went to a restaurant or somewhere, and I guess she's transphobic.
Oh, so that happened a while back, I think, right? Or
yeah, like a few years ago, I think.
Yeah,
I think something like happened like 2014 or 16 or something.
Yeah,
it was a long time ago. But
Hmm.
allegedly that happened, and it was a waiter, and the waiter is trying to sue Rosario Dawson and her family for saying unpleasant things. So
yeah, that's unfortunate.
So they want her fired too.
I've always been a fan of Rosario Dawson.
The refrigerator?
I don't like you saying that. It's a free country though.
Right.
But she was, I think the first movie I ever saw her in was maybe the first movie she was ever in, which was Kids, which is that's a hard R-rated movie. Why am I disappearing?
Oh yeah.
You're
dying, man.
You're going to I'm out.
The force is trying to take you, man.
Yeah. But so I've always been a fan of hers. I think she's funny, like Clerks 2.
Yeah.
She was in Clerks 2. Just tons of movies. And she voiced a bunch of the DC
she played Wonder Woman.
Yep. Right. So I don't know. I would hate that she would behave that way in the first place, and then also that we would have to maybe like say goodbye to her because of it.
Yeah, honestly and truthfully, I don't think I don't know. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. I'm not saying she did say something transphobic, but some people just don't agree with it, and you got to deal with it.
Right. And that's where I don't want to also get into a diatribe about cancel culture, because some things I think you deserve to get canceled over, like the Weinstein, Harvey Weinstein,
Yeah.
And then some things I'm like, that seems like he was just more of a jerk.
Right. Because not to go far off topic, but there was a thing about Mark Wahlberg where he was saying something racist when he was a teenager, and it was coming out, when Mark Wahlberg has always been, a huge star.
Yeah.
And I want to say maybe like a few years back that started to come out, and it was just trying to, basically haunt him. And, this may well be something that Rosario Dawson, like this might be something that's haunting her right now. Maybe she did feel that way at some point. Everybody has said some stupid things in the past.
Yeah, of course. And some of us have recorded it, unfortunately.
Right. So yeah, I totally understand when people want to like, no, let's get away from it. Let's not, be attached to this person, and because she or he did this, said that, whatever. But unless, I don't know, maybe it was her family that said something, but we know everybody knows Rosario Dawson. So we're just going to pick at her because we know she has money.
Yeah.
Maybe it was her family members that actually said it, but since she's the one that has the money, well, we're going to go after her.
Sure. And, it's one of those things too, like I say, call her out, and that way she knows to examine and think about her behavior. And then, I don't know. I don't know if it's cancel worthy.
Yeah.
Or not, I don't know. We'll see. But let's talk about her performance as Ahsoka.
Amazing.
Yeah. Like, I thought she did a great job.
I feel like, watching, I'm sure she watched the Clone Wars. She had to have watched the Clone Wars, or at least several episodes to embody what Ahsoka would have been older.
Right.
Like supposedly she's supposed to be like 40 something in this episode. She's level-headed. She has her plan. She's more of a superhero now than, just trying to keep order.
Sure.
Is what we basically kind of saw in this episode, The Jedi. But yeah, I mean, her performance was outstanding. I know Kevin Eastman, I'm sure he cried. I was watching on, actually not watching, I was scrolling through Instagram, it was, and I think it was her birthday last week or something, but he was just, praising her on her performance, saying how good she was, glad that she got the part because now that's all he sees is Ahsoka in Rosario. So yeah, I mean, I'm right there with Kevin Smith. I don't think anybody else could play Ahsoka as good as she has.
Okay. You said Kevin Eastman at first, and I was like,
I did?
Eastman. But so Kevin Smith, was he crying? Was it a crying Kevin Smith?
Yes. No, I mean, it wasn't, it was a picture. He didn't do a video or anything.
Oh, okay.
But I'm sure he cried.
Okay. So we'll give this episode 3 crying Kevin Smiths.
Yes.
Right now. Because it was like this was a revealing episode, because Ahsoka, of course, people were wondering what's going on with her after Clone Wars and Rebels. So this is a great way to bridge that gap. And then, so the lady that she was trying to get, she wanted information. She wasn't even trying to like get money or anything like that. She wanted to know where Admiral Thrawn was. And does Admiral Thrawn ring any bells to you?
I know he's the blue guy. But I don't know anything about him. I think, didn't he show up in one of the CGI shows?
Maybe. I don't know if he's ever been on. I don't know if he's ever been on anything. I know that there's been books that he's been in and stuff. But, well, actually, I'd take that all back because I do know he might have been in Rebels because I think he kidnaps Ezra at the end of Rebels.
You know what? He did, because I did watch, because I was like, I don't know who Admiral Thrawn is. So I watched a review of that episode, and I was like, oh, okay, I have seen him. But I remember the kid in Rebels. I don't know his name.
Ezra.
His name is Ezra? Okay. So yeah, I saw him, trying to get away from him. And it was, Admiral Thrawn. So,
well, yeah. So, it leads us to believe that she's still searching for Ezra, even though it's been, I guess, a long time, since that he's been captured by Thrawn at this point. But it would seem to be that she's still looking for him, unless somehow she had fought Thrawn to get Ezra, and then this is a continuation of that fight. But either way, it's kind of cool because I feel like they're going to bring it there. It's more of a continuation of the Clone Wars and all that. Like, you're just getting all this story filled in on all these movies that we loved,
Yeah.
So before we get into Baby Yoda's part in this episode, she was telling Baby Yoda and the Mandalorian that she couldn't train him because he's got too much of like emotions and all that, like
an attachment to,
and so he could very easily turn to the dark side, and she wasn't able to train him. But she told him to take him to a mountain where they had the Jedi temple on this planet, and I guess it's got the more of the, like, the Force is stronger there. And so he would be a beacon to some other Jedi who might want to come and train him. So who do you think that Jedi is going to be? Luke Skywalker?
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, it might be, because I forgot he's still alive.
Yeah, well, at this point, he's, like, I guess, putting back together the Jedi Order after everybody had been purged, Do you think we'll see a young Kylo? I don't know. And we'll get to that here in a sec, because that does raise a question. But no, I don't. I don't think we will. Because I think, well, ask me that question here in a few minutes.
Okay.
Because it's more relevant to Baby Yoda. in what we're about to talk about. But but it could be Luke Skywalker. Is it Boss Logic?
Yes.
I posted a picture that he had did the fan art, and he had
for Sebastian Stan.
Yeah, I mean, what do you think?
It's funny because I did see this was years ago when they were talking about who could play a young Skywalker, and I'm not sure if he did it or somebody else did it, but it wasn't that same photo. But there was a young photo of Mark Hamill and Sebastian Stan now, and they looked exactly alike. Like that could have been Mark Hamill's son.
I never really thought about it before, but seeing that Boss Logic picture, which I'll post up on here, I was like, that I think that there could be something to that. So, and then does that also beg the question? Is somebody in the know here? Is it, do they already know it's going to be Luke Skywalker or?
Right. Yeah. I mean, could be. It could be. I mean, if they're talking about basically tying everything in from comic books to video games to the movies, I mean, it could be a number of people. I can't remember. Oh, let me look.
Well, it's a limited amount of people though, because those who have the Jedi are like, I think there's probably like 20 of them left in existence. Mm-hmm. After they all got killed by Order 66. But so there's a limited amount of people that could. But the thing is, so if he's radiating all this force beacon, he could also bring like a Darth Maul.
Right.
So like I said, it could bring Darth Maul or any other Sith, that picks up on that force field that I guess Baby Yoda would be creating on this force mountain.
Right, exactly. And I was thinking too, I hope that, oh my goodness, we're talking about Ahsoka. I'm hoping she might be able to contact somebody to let them know that's where they're going to be, so they don't have to come in contact with any of the any Sith Lords or Darth Maul or anything like that.
I feel like Ahsoka doesn't stay like in touch with anybody.
You know that you're probably right, but if you remember at the end, did you ever play Fallen Order?
No, I didn't finish it.
Oh, okay. Well, dang, I don't really want to give away.
Go ahead, that's fine. Actually, I think somebody told me the ending the other day. Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cal Kestis, which is the Jedi who went through Order 66. He was just a youngling. And he has the oh my goodness, I can't remember what it's called, but the thing that finds all the force sensitive people.
Oh yeah, like
I can't remember the thing.
The thing that finds them, or the midichlorians?
No. The thing that finds them. It's like almost kind of like a compass to
right
where all the force sensitive children and people are. And he at the end of that is trying to find those children, and maybe that's one of them. Maybe he's one of the kids that he's supposed to find. Because I feel like if him, Cal Kestis, and I don't want to say his name right now, Baby Yoda, if they had to be there at the same time because Order 66 happened.
Yeah.
So he has to know who Baby Yoda is.
Yeah, you would think so. Well, the one thing I want to say real quick on that is maybe he wouldn't, because Baby Yoda is like 50 now, but like this was like 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So would he have known Baby Yoda, or would Baby Yoda still be acting like a little baby? You know what I mean?
Well,
because they said he had Jedi training, but I mean, obviously he still acts like a toddler. So 20 years ago, You know what I mean? He might not have had a whole lot of interaction with the guy you're talking about.
He might have not, but he was being trained, obviously, because that's what Ahsoka gathered from, their little force talk. So he had to be there for several years, well, obviously 50 years.
Yeah.
And during that time, when Order 66 happened, Cal Kestis was, I want to say maybe he was 12. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because they start training them like at 3 or 4 years of age.
Right.
So maybe, I mean, I'm not sure how it all works out, but I mean, there's Ezra. If he's still alive, I don't know. I haven't watched Rebels. So, I mean, maybe it's him. Maybe he might find
that's
him.
the thing. Yeah. I think at the end of Rebels, you don't know for sure that he's alive, but I mean, I assume he is, but that he's captured by Thrawn at this point.
Yeah. Cause I feel like if you don't see the body, then they're not really dead.
Right. Of course. Which is, go ahead.
I was gonna say, unless they say he's dead and they never show up.
Which is like, why some people think the Jedi that's going to show up to help him out is Mace Windu.
I would love that.
Because you didn't really see him die.
No.
You saw him get his hand chopped off. I mean, that's standard in Star Wars. If you don't get your hand chopped off, you even show up to the set?
Right.
And then, he falls out the window, like, he gets the forced electricity or whatever, but it doesn't show him die.
Right.
So, I mean, if Mace Windu shows up, like, okay, so like Luke Skywalker would be cool. That'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
But if Mace Windu shows up, oh my gosh.
Yeah. Or
Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan could still be alive.
Well,
no, he is alive.
Yeah, he's definitely alive. So, no,
he's not.
No, he's not alive.
No,
he's not
alive.
Mind. Yeah, you're right. He's definitely not alive. Yeah. So, because this is all after everything, and between the first 6 and the last 3. So, yeah, Obi-Wan's a goner already.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, it could bring Darth Maul back into the picture on this show. Now, to tie up or to end up the Ahsoka chat, do you think this is a spinoff for her?
I hope so. I really hope so.
I could see it.
If not, I hope she becomes a regular on the show, like Carl Weathers and Cara Dune,
Moff Gideon.
Yeah, like I hope she's one of those deals where, whether it comes from, maybe she's in all of season 3 next year. If I mean, I don't know. I really would love to see more Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka Tano.
I would too. I thought she did great. So she kicked a lot of butt, and I thought it was a really good episode. Just overall, it was very entertaining. So we talked about Moff Gideon real quick. What episode ended with him and the Darth Vader outfits?
I think that was
that
3?
Yeah. Okay. So that is like that is something that's interesting. Actually, it was 3, because in the last show that we did, when we talk about episodes 1 and 2, I said, when are we going to see him again? And so he popped up. But he only popped up at the end. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking he's trying to clone Darth Vader, or they're taking. I think what I really kind of think is that they're trying to make like a Darth Vader, but they're also trying to take like super force DNA from, like, let's say Darth Vader, from Baby Yoda, and whomever else that they can get it from, and then that's how they resurrect the Emperor and make a clone of him by the time we get to episode whatever in the heck it was.
Yeah.
9, right? Episode 9, because that was the other thing in the movie. It didn't really say how the Emperor had come back to life or whatever, but I guess the novelization did say that he was a clone. So
yeah,
I don't think that Baby Yoda is a clone now as much as I thought he was before, because that's where we're gonna segue into the Baby Yoda conversation now.
Okay.
Ahsoka was very important to this show because she also was able to conversate with Baby Yoda where no one was able to do that before, because she could kind of get into his thoughts and stuff. Still didn't say who his parents were, which I thought would have been a more interesting nugget of information. But she did give us the whole backstory that he was at the Jedi temple during Order 66. Somebody had smuggled him out. And after that, he had kind of like was lonely and sad, and his memories went dark. But, he's shown kind of over the course of these last 2 seasons that he has the Force, that he can use it pretty well, but then he gets tired, all tuckered out, him's very tired.
Him's tired.
Yeah. And then he also, like, sometimes he doesn't, like, necessarily do it for good. Like, like I said, he was going to choke out that one girl, even though he thought she was a threat to the Mandalorian. But that's kind of what Ahsoka was talking about was, when he was very protective over the Mandalorian, he started kind of acting like Darth Vader. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that was concerning. And so yeah, and like he took those cookies, which was hilarious when he took those cookies from that kid, and then like when him and the Mandalorian are in the ship trying to get away, he like pukes them up,
Yeah.
But
that episode was good.
The biggest reveal, I mean, of course, the thing that he was trained by Jedis and all that and smuggled out, that was huge, because I think that's why I don't believe he's a clone anymore. But I think that the biggest reveal was his name, which we'll go ahead and say it. And if you didn't watch it and you're like, oh no, then turn it off now. But here we go. Is it Grogu or Grogu?
Yeah. Grogu.
Yeah, it's like, okay, so Grogu. Like, Camilton, that's a horrible name.
That's a really bad name.
I can't think of like what would be a better name, because you had Yoda and then you had Yaddle, and Yaddle, Yaddle's pretty terrible too if you think about it. Like Yaddle sounds like somebody you'd see on like
yodeling,
Fraggle Rock.
Oh yeah. When I think of Yaddle, I think of Yodel.
Yaddle. I think of like Yiddle Yaddle. I think wasn't that some kind of like caramelized popcorn candy or something?
No, I don't know.
Fiddle Faddle. I can't remember. But so Yaddle isn't the best name anyway. But Grogu, like that, I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't want to call him Grogu. I'll just call him Baby Yoda from here on.
Hey, I'm fine with that. I already am ready to just leave it at Baby Yoda.
Or as my grandpa would say, Baby Yoder.
Baby Yoder.
As he was washing his jeans.
Oh yeah.
But no, and apparently, Jon Favreau said that he knew the name from the beginning.
Yeah.
And I just don't know. I don't know what would have been a better name, but anything but Grogu. Do you agree, Camilton?
Oh my God.
Anything but Grogu or Camilton?
Yes. Anything but those 2 names. Yeah. I'm not sure. I mean, Grogu, I feel like they were trying to get, like Groot, and I don't know. I don't know what else would be like a goo name, but like Groot and Goo, trying to mash up 2 different names together and you get Grogu. Like I'm not a fan of it.
It just doesn't come off the tongue very good, like Grogu. No. It sounds gross when I say it. Ugh. So I think a lot of people were agreeing with that. They were like, "What?" Like I don't get it. There's cool names there, and there's really like some of them. I'm like, I'm not saying that anyway. But Grogu,
Yeah, like Moff Gideon. That's a cool name.
Yeah. Moff Gideon.
Like, and what was Carl Weathers' name?
I can't remember now.
Poe Dameron. That's
Poe
a cool
Dameron.
Name. Finn. Like, what?
Luke Skywalker. Skywalker's a dope name.
I mean, what's the other? Chewbacca. Like, come on.
Han Solo.
What? Queen Amidala. Like, that's...
Ooh, Amidala. I like the way that sounds, too.
It just... Leia. Like, I don't know. Anakin even sounds better than Grogu.
Yeah, Grogu's... no offense to anybody who's out there who's like, that's my name. My name is Grogu. But Grogu sounds like some kind of toad.
Right?
Like yeah. the lady frog that we saw in the other episode, like her husband, right. If you said his name was Grogu, I'd be like, makes sense.
Yeah. That sounds like a frog's name.
Not the guy who's like slurping on frogs and
oh, right.
I mean, he is kind of a gross little gooey, I don't know.
No, Baby Yoda is amazing.
I mean, he is, but if you had Baby Yoda, I bet his breath was stinky. Eating all them eggs.
Like Nick Nolte's name was it Quill? Is that how you said it? He was the short person that used to work for the Empire.
I don't know. Nick Nolte?
Yeah. Well, he was the voice. He was the voice of he basically repurposed IG-11.
Oh, Nick Nolte?
Yeah, he was the voice of that. I don't know, the little person, alien.
Oh, okay, yeah. In the movie?
Yeah. No. Well, I mean, they were in the movie, but also in the. He was in the first season.
Oh, okay.
He ended up dying trying to get Baby Yoda back to the Razor Crest.
I don't remember that.
What?
I don't remember it being Nick Nolte.
Well, he was the voice. Like, he just did the voice for it.
But you're saying like his little guy, he should have been Grogu.
Right. Like if he pronounces his character's name as Quill, I would like that much more for Baby Yoda. Like Grogu is gross.
All right,
it's gross.
If your name
gross goo.
If your name is Camilton, I want mine to be Bradtika Bradtiti.
No.
I'll
call you Bradlin.
All right, the Bradlin and Camilton show. 2 guys, 1 book. We'll review books, which we kind of do when we talk about comic books. So that'll be our segment. The Bradlin and Camilton segment. It won't be. We're not going to do that.
It won't. No.
So again, here you want to know my prediction for who I really think is going to show up to rescue or to take him.
Who?
Nobody. I think he's going to stay with the Mandalorian because can you imagine the show? Him, Grogu, and the Mandalorian. And since we're not calling the Mandalorian by his real name, the Mandalorian and Baby Yoda have been in every episode. They're the only ones who've been in every episode. So do you want to see, I mean, I don't know, like they're like C-3PO and R2-D2 at this point. Like I don't really,
right.
I don't want to see, I don't think anyway, them be split up.
Yeah. I'm wondering if maybe they're going to make a whole new different Jedi. Just so that they can keep others quiet.
Right.
Like we were talking about Cal Kestis, Luke Skywalker, Kylo Ren, Darth Maul, maybe not bringing those big names in. And I'll say Cal Kestis is a big name because there was a whole video game about him. So,
When you went like this, you could see
my
wife. Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So, what was I going to say?
Well, you were talking about like them bringing in some of these.
Yeah. So it might just be another made up Jedi,
sure.
or a Jedi that we haven't heard of, or maybe it might be a Jedi that didn't get much play. Did Yaddle ever die?
Yes, I believe Yaddle is dead at this point.
Okay,
Yaddle.
Okay.
I think Yaddle was killed during the Order 66, possibly.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember. But I do. I did. So I don't think it's Luke, and here's why. If it was Luke, that means that Kylo Ren did probably kill Grogu at some point.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think that's what's going to happen. But I don't know, man. Like it would be a very, I don't know, the chemistry or something. I mean, we're talking about a puppet here, a $5 million puppet, by the way.
Right.
But it would be weird without him being in the show. I think it's the whole purpose of the show for these last, the first season and what we've seen so far halfway through season 2.
Yeah, and I think he will be able to. Yeah, I think what's going to happen, obviously, he might do a little bit of training. Ahsoka might be the one to actually train him. Mm-hmm. Because maybe there's nobody else that can, because Ahsoka's, I mean, I'm not sure what all the other Jedi that are alive are still doing, but Ahsoka doesn't really have a home, and maybe she might be, the third wheel, and she'll train him as they go. Maybe, I don't know. Or
that'd be kind of cool though to keep her in the in the series though.
Yeah, and maybe what's going to happen is that oh my goodness, what's his name? The Mandalorian is going to train him as a Mandalorian, and not only will he have the skills of a Mandalorian, he'll have the skills of a Jedi too.
Dude, can you see him in his little Mandalorian suit?
Oh, that'd be amazing.
So adorable.
Right?
So adorable.
Right?
But he's got to change that name.
Yeah.
Grogu. That's definitely not.
This is the way. Change it.
Yeah. So that's episodes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're halfway through, right? Or is there 10?
I want to say there might be 8. But no. I think there is 10 because when I was looking at IMDb, it says The Mandalorian is in, I think it said 18 episodes. Yep, no. 18 episodes.
18 episodes? No way.
Yeah.
No way.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
and there was 8 in the first season, so it might be 10.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Total. Because I know like the week before Christmas is the last episode.
Okay. So, yeah, that'd probably be 10 episodes, right?
Probably so. So that's cool. Get a couple. That's why I don't think that they're going to split him and the child. I'll call him the child before I call him Grogu.
Right.
Anyway, so let's right after Christmas, on Christmas actually, Christmas Day, Wonder Woman is coming out on HBO Max and in theaters. So like those of you who, because I know a lot of people do this, they have like their Christmas or Thanksgiving and then they go and watch a movie or something, So, and if you don't celebrate those things at all, then you're just like, hey, bonus, I got a movie out of it.
Right.
But it's going to be on both at the same time. So, what is your excitement over that?
I'm glad I can watch it at home.
Me too.
I kind of wish that Disney would do that with, I'm about to say Black Eyed Peas, Black Widow. But I know they're not going to.
I've heard a lot of people, which I think Black Widow is still supposed to come out in March.
Yes.
I've heard a lot of people saying that they're really kind of pressuring Marvel to do that with Disney Plus, but you don't see it happening.
I don't see it happening.
I mean, hopefully by March we could go to the theater and it not be a big deal.
Right. And I feel like, I mean, I know this is going to be a box office movie.
Yeah.
I mean, it's obviously action packed. It's Marvel, it's Disney. So I feel like that I wish that they would release it like on a Monday.
Mm-hmm.
If they're going to see it in the theaters, they're going to see it in the theaters.
You mean release it online on Monday?
No, I'm just saying in theaters. But I mean, I want it to be online, but if they're talking about money, release it in theaters on a Monday, have it play out the whole week. Then the following week, for those people that don't are too scared to go to the theater because of COVID, release it on Disney Plus. Do what they did with Mulan. And I'm telling you, people that went to the theaters and spent $80 would gladly spend $30 the next week to watch it all over again in the comfort of their own home.
Now, did you have to did you have to pay for Mulan, or was it immediately on Disney Plus?
You had to pay for it.
What was it, like on pay-per-view something?
No. It was they called it the Disney Plus Premium.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, if you bought Mulan, you paid $30 for it, and you basically it was like a movie that you bought.
That way, people wouldn't just get the free thing and watch Mulan and then be like, "Peace, I'm out."
Right. So you basically kind of own the movie if you have Disney Plus and you bought it. But if you waited until I think it was like October 4th or something. Mm-hmm. It was released on Disney Plus.
Well, and see, here's the bad thing is I don't think that model really worked for them. I think that Mulan didn't bring in as much money as they hoped. So I don't think they're eager to go ahead and try to do the same model with Black Widow.
But see, Marvel is bigger than Mulan, though. Way bigger.
That's true. That's that's absolutely true. So, yeah, you might have a point there. But, what you're saying still could happen because they make that deal with the theaters and on-demand services like Amazon to where they get like a week or two to show it in the theater and then it's going to be released online?
I think so.
So I mean that could actually probably be what happens with Black Widow anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But man, so that's what kind of stinks. Just like all these subscriptions that you have to get, like I subscribed to Peacock the other day so I could watch. I watched Saved by the Bell. Cheesy, but I liked it.
Yeah.
Of course, that's what you could say about the original one too.
Right.
I mean, some of it wasn't cheesy. Some of it was pretty good, but I got Apple TV. I got a subscription for that. No. I got a trial. But like Apple TV was like a few things you can watch and then a whole bunch of stuff you could pay to watch. I'm like, why am I paying to have to pay?
Right.
So, I don't know. I'm kind of like longing for the days of cable again where it's like all on one easy to use platform. So, what are you getting fatigued by the multiple apps that you have to use to watch all the different things?
Yeah, kind of. Because, it's kind of hard to be like, hey, you want to watch a movie? Cool. Well, I got HBO Max, Hulu, Vudu, Netflix,
Grogu.
Another one. It sounds like a streaming service.
Yeah, it does.
It does.
Or like a Roku.
Right. So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that you could stream movies and TV shows on. It's just like, how about y'all all just come together and just form one big deal for like $80 a year or something. I don't know. I don't care how much you want to pay, whatever. But yeah, I'm tired of it.
Because I mean, I'm already like, I'll get something and I'll watch whatever, and then I'll cancel my membership. So none of them really like I mean, to be honest, none of them keep it up. Oh, my head disappeared. To where you really have to watch it every week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can binge watch a bunch of stuff and then be like, peace.
Right. So,
right. Speaking of, one of the things I watched the other day that I paid for, I rented it for like $5, was New Mutants. Yeah. Hey, should we do, like, instead of Jared Leto Jokers, should we do Grogu's?
Sad Grogu's?
Yeah. Like, but see, I don't want to, we'd have to use Grogu's picture, and that's so adorable. It wouldn't come across.
Oh, right.
But yeah, but New Mutants definitely, I just didn't like it. I didn't like it at all, really. There was a few things that was, I don't know, like it couldn't decide if it was an X-Men movie, a horror movie. There was like a Breakfast Club type interlude there, and I was just like, I don't like this one.
Yeah.
I was it was The Office, where I was like, that meme, like, I don't like it.
Yeah. It was, what it should have been was a mutant movie. There was like hardly any mutant things going on. All the mutant stuff happened towards the end of the movie, and it was just like, this isn't. And I think Fox, I'm not sure. Maybe it's because some people look like they're mutants. They'll get away with it, or they'll throw some like trippy things in there. Oh, well, that's mutant powers. It's, I don't know. Hopefully Disney will do it better, but yeah, I don't think they knew what they were doing. Even with the reshoots, I feel like if you do a reshoot, it should be better.
Yeah, I think that I don't know what they reshot. I bet it was the end. I bet they were like, let's give them some more X-Men-ish powers to finish this bad boy on out. But I don't know. I don't think I'll ever need to watch that one again. I'll just put it that way.
No.
There was some entertaining parts, but just overall, bleh.
Yeah.
I give it 3 sad Jared Leto Jokers.
Me too.
Yeah. All right, Cameo. Well, I think that's a wrap for today.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So we aim to be doing more shows. We're going to try to do more shows. Maybe weekly is what we're talking about. As soon as I get moved, that'll be a lot easier.
Yeah.
So bear with us a couple more weeks.
Right.
Yeah. But
don't go nowhere, please.
Yeah. Until then, though, you gotta.
We need all 5 of you. Don't leave us.
Yes, we do. But in the meantime, put a smile on your face.
Well, put a head on your body.
Yeah. This is the way.
This is the way. Wakanda forever.
Ooh, keep it nerdy.
Ooh. You already know. Freeze all motor functions.
For the people that are still watching, I'll do that to Cameo sometimes while we're messing around and getting ready to record. I'll just be like, and you'll be like, I think I lost you, Brad. And I'll be like,
right.
No. All right. For the people that are still here, goodbye.
Peace.
Goodbye.